Alright everyone, and welcome. Here we go. As you can see here we have the project folder right here. Inside this project folder, we have an index.html document right here, and also we have a CSS folder right here. Inside this CSS folder, we have style.css document, as well as we have img folder right here. Inside this img folder, we have different images that we are going to use as a background to design this awesome website. And also on the same directory, we have image folder right here. Inside these image folders again, we have different images right here, and also we have app.js document right here to add a JavaScript code to make this web page interactive. Having this, now let me open this inside my code editor. In this case, I'm going to use VS Code. Alright, here we have the boilerplate right here. Here we have index.html. So here we have the title, and we have just linked the font awesome CDL link right here. And also over here we have just linked the jQuery CDL link right here. So to get these two CDL link, head over cdnjs.com right here in Google search bar, and also here we have the official website for cdnjs.com, and then over this search bar find font awesome. So this font awesome is very useful to add different icons into my website. So copy this HTML link and come over here and paste right here. And also search jQuery and come over here, copy this link and come over here and paste right here inside the body tag, right? And now again we have just linked this index.html document with style.css document. As you can see here, these two documents are not found on the same directory. So here we have the href attribute. The value is the directory or the destination of this document, which is css style.css. Oh yeah, that's it. Now again what we are going to do is we are going to link Google Fonts. So in this case I am going to use a font having a font family dosis. So to find this link, head over fonts.google.com and find any font family that you interested in. In this case I am interested in to use doses, right? So copy select the font weight right here, and then what we are going to do is click over here and tick this import, and then copy this link and come over here style.css and paste right here. That's it. Oh yeah, now as you can see here we have the universal selector right here, margin 0, padding 0, box sizing border box, text decoration none, outline none, border none. And also here we have the colors that we are going to use to design this awesome food ordering website. So we have primary color, we have team secondary color, team green soft, beige color. Oh yeah, now over here again using this HTML and body selector, let me add the font family right here. So here we have font family, come over here and add this font family right here. So font family, select and copy and paste right here, and then let me add a universal font size. So font size 60 pixel and text rendering optimize legibility. That's it. Now having this boilerplate, let me start the design part. Oh yeah, first we are going to create a header, the navigation bar right here. So to create this navigation bar, let me create a header element right here, header. Inside this header element, we are going to create a div element having a class name, let me say navbar. Inside this navbar, we are going to create this logo on the left side and the menu bars on the right side. So here we have the logo. Let me add a class name, logo, and here we have an h1 and we have a span element right here. After that, to create this navigation link, we are going to create an order list. Let me say having a class name, let me say menu bar. and then we are going to list out the home section, the home navigation bar, the service menu link, the order menu link, the about us menu link, blog, price, and contact. So to do this, we use this anchor element right here. Now we add the value for the href attribute for home hash and home for services, service, for order, about, for about us, about, for blog, and price, and for contact us, we add the value for the href attribute contact. So why we add just like this? Because while we click this home navigation link, this href value uses to redirect us into the home page of the website. So while doing this, when I click this about us menu link, it redirects to an about us page of the website. The same too for the price and the contact us. Now when I save and refresh the web page, here we have. Now let's jump right into the CSS part to style this navigation bar right here. So using this class selector navbar position, we are going to make this navbar having a position fixed. So position fixed, top 0, left 0, display flex, align items center. We are going to make these items to center from the cross axis, and justify content space between, and background. We use this theme primary as a background color, right? So that's why var and theme primary. And padding from top and bottom 8 pixels, from left and right 7%, right? Width for the width for this navbar 100%, and we are going to add a box shadow for this navbar 0 pixel, 0 pixel, 40 pixel, 0 pixel, and having a shadow color text color. Here we have the text color right here. After that, when I save and refresh, here we have a nice navbar having this theme primary color, right? After that, now let me style this logo right here. So to do this, we use a descendant selector right here. So navbar, and we have a class selector logo, and we have an element selector h1, and color for this logo bar, we use the main color. Here we have the main color right here, and font size 2.5 rem, which is 2.5 times the global font size that we have just set inside the body and the HTML element selector, which is 60 pixels, right? That's it. So now again, now let me style this text which is found inside h1 and which is found inside this span element selector differently. So let me change the color. So color, we use SGBG color right here. Here we have the color right here. So now when I save and refresh, here we have the web page, right? That's it, a nice logo. Now let me style this navigation link, menu link right here. So to do this, again we use a descendant selector. We have a menu bar class selector and a line element selector. So let me add some property value here. Display inline block, padding 0.4 rem from top and bottom, and 1 rem from left and right. Text transform, capitalize, text align, center. After that, when I save and refresh, here we have the web page. Here we have a nice navigation. So now let me change the color for this anchor element right here. So color, we use a secondary text color right here, and font size, we are going to increase the font size 1.2 rem, which is 1.2 times the global font size, 60 pixel. Cursor pointer, and now we are going to add transition. Before we add a transition, let me save and refresh the web page. So here we have. After that, now let me add a hover over effect. So using this class selector, hover border bottom 2 pixel solid having a color, having a border color 2 pixel solid third color. And then having this, now let me add transition. Let me add a smooth transition. So to do this, we use a transition property right here, transition, then border, then 0.4 second is. Let me add a color right here for this hover color, third color again, padding bottom 7 pixel, border bottom 3 pixel, solid, having such color right here. After that, again, when I save and refresh, here we have a navigation link right here. So we have just finished these navigation links right here. Now, in the coming episode, we are going to create the home section, which is the hero section for this food ordering website right here. Let's go. So to create the home section for this fully responsive food ordering website, come over here. We are going to create a section element right here having a class name. Let me say hero section. You can assign any class name as you want. The choice is up to you, right? So inside this section element, we are going to nest a div element having a class name. Let me say slider header. And then inside this div element, we are going to create another div element having a class name slide header image 1. So from here, we are going to add different images using this class selector right here at the moment, right? So copy this and paste right here 4 times. Since we need 4 images as a background, having a nice transition. So let's change the class name 1, 2, 3, and 4. Outside of this div element, we are going to create another div element having class name, let me say, header box. So inside this, we have an h1 element having a class name, let me say, header box heading. And then, so over here, we are going to add some demo texts right here. And then we have a span element right here. And now, again, we need to have 2 call to action buttons right here. See more button and order button right here. So having class name, let me say template btn. Click to order and then show me more button right here. So here we have a text right here. For the h1 element, we use this text as a header, right? So when I save and refresh, here we have. Now let me style. Now let's jump right into the CSS part to add a background image for this home section. So to do this, we use this class selector right here, slider header, and add some property value pair. First, let me give a comment right here. So slide header having height 30 viewport height. After that, using this class selector, now let me add a background image. So position for this background image, absolute, top, 0, and left, 0. So we need to have a background image having a linear gradient. So background image, then we have a linear gradient right here. Inside this linear gradient, we are going to add a gradient color right here. So here we have the image having a linear gradient. So here we have the image right here, which is found inside img folder. Again, in this img folder, we have a bg folder. So inside this bg folder, we have different images that we are going to use as a background, right? So here we have the URL for the image right here. So width for this image 100% and height for the image 100%, 100 viewport height. So background repeat, no repeat, background position, center, and background size, cover. So when I save and refresh, here we have the first background image right here. Now let me add another background image. So to do this, copy this and paste right here. So we are using this class selector, we are going to add the second background image. So copy this and paste right here. The only thing expected from me and you is to change this class selector right here. That's why we use this image too. You see? And now change this image URL. So here we have the image name. So change this one into 2. That's it. Now let's add another image. So copy this and paste right here and change this into 3. Now let me add another, the fourth image right here. So now change this class selector right here. We have this class selector for slide header image 4. So for right here and image URL, here we have 4. After that, when I save and refresh the web page, here we have, as you can see here, the last image, only the last image is shown, right? So to show all the image, we need to use animation CSS animation property and CSS transition property to have a smooth transition. You see, when I comment out this, the third image is shown right here. You see? So to show all the image, we need to use, like I said before, CSS animation, right? So to do this, come over here and add animation property. We have animation name right here. Let's say 1. Here we have animation name, and here we have animation delay 10 seconds, and here we have infinite. So it animates infinite times. So using this animation name, we are going to use a keyframe rules. So here we have, then a keyframe. So keyframe rules to make an animation, right? So at 0%, we have opacity 1. So over here at keyframes, we need to have this animation name 1. So at 0% opacity, at 0% opacity 1, at 25% opacity 0, we are going to set at 50% opacity 0 again, at 75% again opacity 0, at 100% opacity change it from 0 up to 0 to 1. Alright, so now let me add another animation for the second background image right here. So copy this and paste right here, and now change this animation name 1. Let me say whatever you want. 2, for me let me say 2, right? And then using this animation name, first copy this and paste right here. So at 0% opacity for the at 0% from here, opacity for the first image has been 1. So for this second image, opacity should be what? Opacity should be 0, and at 25% it should be 1. So now copy this for the third image, and then we have animation 3. So using this animation name 3, let me add a keyframe rule. So copy this and paste right here, and change this animation name 2 into 3. So from here, the second background image, opacity 1 at 25%. For the third image, opacity 1 at 50%, and we are going to set all the opacity 0 except at 50%. Again, copy this and paste right here for the fourth image. So over here we set opacity 0, 0, right? So change this animation name, let me say 4. And opacity at 75% 1, and opacity at 100% 0. Leave except at 75%, the rest opacity should be 0, right? So now here we have animation name for the fourth image. After that, when I save and refresh the web page, here we have a nice animation. You see all the images, all the four images are displayed right here within 10-second animation, right? So to make this animation smooth, we are going to add another CSS property, transition. So transition opacity 0.5 second is, copy this and paste right here for the rest. Alright, here we have, right? Here we have a nice animation as well as a smooth transition. Now let me decrease this animation duration. Now let me decrease this animation duration. Here we have, right? Now over this third image we are going to add radial gradient instead of linear gradient. So here we have, right, as you can see here over this third image right here, you see radial gradient. Here we have, right? Now using this class selector header box right here, let me add some property value pair. So position absolute, top 50%, left 50%, transform translate in the x direction by minus 50% and in the y direction by minus 50%. Here we have, right? That's it. So again, now let me style this h1. The text which is found in this h1 element right here. So here we have the class name for this h1 and margin 0 and auto color white, font size 2.5 rem, you see, and font weight 300 and text transform capitalize. Letter spacing is not necessary, it's better to remove it, and word spacing 3 pixel, line height 150%, which is 150 times 0.1.5 times 60 pixels, that's it. So again, using this class selector hero text, let me increase the font size into 4 rem for this hero text. Here we have, right? That's it. Now let me style these call to action buttons. So to style this, we use this class selector right here. We have template button. So over here we use this style in the future. So let me say it is a reusable style, right? So we have template button class selector, display, inline block, padding 0.8 rem and 2.5 rem, and color we use this color right here. Background color we have the main color, border again we have main color and border radius 20 pixel and margin right 30 pixel, text transform uppercase. So here we have a nice call to action button. After that, what we are going to do is we are going to add a hover over effect while I click this call to action button. But before that, we are going to style this show me more button in different way. So to do this, come over here and add another class selector, another class name right here. So let me say for the first button btn full, and for the second button let me say btn ghost. So using this class selector btn ghost, now let me style the second button in different way. Now let me change the color for this and we use var, then we have a theme color right here. We use this text color sgbg color right here, and also the background color should, let me say the background color we use a theme color right here. So here we have. Again, we are going to add border, thin, solid, and a color of, let me have a border color, let me say, it's better to say thin color. So now when I save and refresh the web page, here we have these two button style in different way. The color is changed right here. So now let me add a hover over effect over this button. So using this between ghost and hover, we have a pseudo class selector hover, and again these two buttons we need to have these two buttons have the same hover over effect. So to do this, we use this comma right here and between full and hover. You see? Now let me change the background color. Bar, we use this text color right here. Now let me remove this and we are going to add a box shadow. Box shadow 0, 0, 1 rim and 0 bar, and we use a shadow color main color, right? So now when I save and refresh the web page, here we have, right, a nice hover over effect having a smooth transition. That's it. Here is the home section for this food ordering website. In the coming episode, we are going to create the service section for this food ordering website. With that being said, let's jump right in. We have just created the home section for this food ordering website. So now we are going to create the service section for this website right here. So here we have the service section. As you can see here, the background color and also the text color will change when I hover over the mouse over this service section. So to create this service section, come over here. Here we have the comment right here, and we are going to create a section element having a class name, let me say service section, and also we have an ID value of service, right? So inside this service section, we are going to create a div element having a class name, let me say service box. Inside this div element, we are going to nest another div element having a class name. Here we have service content underscore box, and then we have an image element. We need to have an image element right here. We have an h3 element, and we have a paragraph element, and also we need a call to action, or we need a buttons right here. We need a link right here. So here we have, right? So you see, here we have the logo, here we have the image, and here we have the value for the source attribute. Here we have the image path, so image, and then here we have the image name. After that, here we have an extra element, so here is the text right here, fresh and organic food. Here is a paragraph, so copy this paragraph and paste right here, and here we have a link right here, read more. So when I save and refresh the web page, here we have first, from here, what we are going to do is we need to have a style for this section element. We have padding 2% from top and bottom, 5% from left and right, and also min height 100 viewport height. So what we are going to do is copy this and paste 3 times. Here we have. Now when I save and refresh, here is it, right? So now we are going to change the image name and also the text offline. It's better to change it offline, right? I'm not going to waste your time right here. Everything is similar, the class name is similar, the element is similar. The only thing is the text. So here we have service box class selector, display flex, align item center, justify content, space between, gap 1.5 rem, and here we have also another class selector, service content box, text align center. So when I save and refresh, here is it, right? We have just used a flex property. So again, using this class selector, now let me style the image right here. We have image element selector right here. Width for the image, let me say 60 pixel. After that, now let me style an H3 element right here. So to do this, we use a descendant selector, service content box, and H3. So for this text, we have font weight, bold. We need to use again font size. Let me say 1.5 rem, which is 1.5 times the global font size, which is 60 pixel. Color, let me use a theme color. It's better to use a theme color right here. After that, when I save and refresh the web page, here is it, right? So again, now let me style this paragraph right here using P element selector. So for this paragraph, line height 1.5 rem and padding 1 rem, color gray, text color gray. After that, when I save and refresh, here is it, right? So now the only thing left is to style this service link or read more buttons right here. So to do this, we use this class selector. First, we are going to add a hover over effect for this service content box. So to do this, we use a pseudo class selector, hover right here. So for this, while we hover the mouse, we are going to change the box shadow into this color, bar main color. So here is it, right? So now what we are going to do is we are going to change the background color as well, right? And also the text color also. Background, we use bar dark, which is text color right here. Here is it, right? So now we have just finished the service section right here. After that, we are going to create the food section, the food ordering section. So to create this, we have a section element as always, having a class name, food section, and an ID value order. And inside this section, we are going to create an H3 element right here, having a class name, section heading, and a text right here, our popular dishes. And also we have a span element right here. Again, inside this section element, we are going to nest a div element having a class name food box, and then we are going to nest another div element right here. Again, another div element. In this div element, we are going to add a class name which is found from swiper.js to add pagination for this section. So for the time being, we left as it is. Again, inside this div, we are going to create a div element having class name food content underscore box. And then inside this, we need to have an image. And again, inside this, we are going to nest a div element having class name food description. And then we have another div element which is food class, which is right here have a class name rating. And then inside this we have span element, and over here we are going to add a star icon which is found from fontawesome.com. And then again here we have span. So to add font awesome icons, head over fontawesome.com and find right here. So this font awesome is an internet icon toolkit library. So we are going to, from here again, we are going to nest another H3 element right here, having class name for type paragraph element have a class name food about food, and also again we're going to create an history element again, but in this case have a class name food price. So over here we are going to create a div element. Right here have a class name shop btn for the shop button. Right here have a class name, and again inside this div element we are going to create an anchor element, which is have a class name template btn and btn ghost, which is reusable class. Here we have, right? So now over here, this is a fontawesome.com. It is an internet icon library and toolkit used by millions of designers, developers, and content creators. From this website, you can find a lot of free icons right here. Here we have different icons. So you can search any icons that you're interested in to design for your website, right? Here we have different icons, you see. So for the time being, I'm going to search star icon. I need a star icon from here. So star, then when I click this, here we have a code snippet for this star icon. So copy this and come over here and paste right here 5 times, since we need 5 stars. You see, here we have, when I save and refresh, here we have, right? For this, I'm not going to waste your time to add all the texts or the images from here. I add it offline, right? Here is it, right? Everything is similar, right? Here we have the image name. Here we have different images right here. So here we have image, and here we have 5-star, and also here we have reviews, and here we have a text right here, and here we have a food price right here. So first, when I save and refresh, here we have, you see, here is an HTML part for the first food, you see. So now what we are going to do is we are going to add another foods right here. So to do this, I'm not going to waste your time. I add it offline, right? So it's better to add it offline. So copy this and paste right here. You see? Here we have, right? Oh yeah, that's it. Here we have, right? So as you can see, everything is similar. The class name is similar. The only thing we have just changed is the image name and the text right here. The element is similar, and also the class name is similar. So from here, what we did is we copy and paste elements which is nested in a div element have a class name content food content box, right? That's it. So now when I save and refresh the web page, here we have, this is the HTML part. Now we are going to style this. So to style this, what we are going to do is first we are going to use this food section class selector right here. So food section, and we are going to add a background color. Let's use this color right here, sgbg color. Here is it, a nice background color. Again, using this class selector food box. Now let me style some property value pair. So display flex align items center justify content space between. So when I save and refresh, here is it. Now again, using this class selector right here, food content box, we have so many class selector, we have so many given elements having class name food content box. So using this class selector, let me add some property value pair. Background white. We use a white background right here, so we have bg color and text color, text align, center, box shadow, 0 to pixel, 9 pixel, 0, and having a RGB color right here, 0, 0, 0, and we have 0.21, and margin top 10 pixel, margin bottom 30 pixel, border, let me say it's better to use 20 pixel. So when I save and refresh, here is it, right? Oh yeah, still now the image is larger, so copy this and paste right here and remove this. So now what we are going to do is we are going to style the image right here using this image element selector img, and width for this image, let me set the width 100%. So what will happen when I save and refresh? Nothing is changed, right? Oh yeah, now let me style this food name right here, the food type right here. So to do this, we use this class selector right here. Here we have food type. So copy this and paste right here. Position absolute. If the position for this child element absolute, the position for the parent element should be related. In this case, the parent element is a div element having a class name food content underscore box. So top 35%, right 0. So when I save and refresh the web page, here is it, right? Now let me add a background. Now let me add a background color and let me change the text color as well. So text color we use a theme. It is better to use theme color. Theme primary right here. Oh, it is better to use BG color, right? Background we use a text color. Here we have the color code that we have just assigned, right? Then padding 5 pixels from top and bottom and 20 pixels from left and right. So border again 3 pixels solid, having a border color main color, which is the color code for yellow, right? So font size to rim. When I save and refresh, here is it, right? Here is having a position absolute right here. Awesome. Now let me style the price right here. To do this, we have a food price class selector, and using this class selector, let me add some property value pair. Font size 1.7 rim, font weight bold, padding 0.8 rim, and 0 color. We use theme color. When I save and refresh, here we have the food price right here. You see? Now let me discount the price right here. Now let me style the discount price right here. So to do this, copy this and paste right here. Here we have the discount price, which is found inside a span element. So using this span element right here, let me change the font size. Let me decrease the font size into 1.2 rim. Text decoration line through. After that, when I save and refresh, here is it, a nice discount price. You see? After that, color Let me use the text color. Let me say SGBG color. So when I save and refresh, oh, it is blurred, right? Let me change the text color right here. Let me say gray and refresh again. Oh, you see here we have again. Now let me style this rating and about food. So to do this, we use this class selector about food, line height 1.5 frame, color gray, padding 0.5 frame, text align, justify. So here we have an about food, which is a paragraph right here. So here we have a nice, you see. Now let me style this star reviews right here. So to do this, we have a class selector rating, line height 1.5 frame, color we have padding 0.5 frame, text align for this, justify. Here we have. Oh yeah, that's it. You see, it's very nice. So now let me style this shop button in different way. Let me say margin 10 pixel and auto margin bottom. Here we have text align center. So when I save and refresh, it is not necessary. This style is not necessary, so it's better to remove, right? Yeah, it is the same, right? So now what we are going to do is we are going to add pagination for this image. So to add pagination, head over swiper.js.com right here, and here we have the official website. So get started. Click this get started right here. Getting started with Swiper. As you can see here we have different pagination progress, pagination fraction, pagination scroll effect, space between, and many more, right? So for this website, I'm going to use, you see here we have space between, slide per view, and for this I'm going to use this style right here, you see. So click this score, and when I click it, here we have, you see. So from here what we are going to do is, first we are going to copy this minified CSS link right here, and then come over here inside the head section and paste right here. So here we have just already linked before, but it doesn't matter, right? So now here we have the swiper.js bundle minified CSS, right? So here is it. Again, scroll to the bottom. When I scroll to the bottom right here, here we have a JavaScript link, you see, minified bundle minified JS. So copy this swiper.js and come over here inside the body element down below right here and paste right here. Here we have, right? So we have just linked the CSS link and the JavaScript link for this swiper.js. After that, what we are going to do is, here we have the two class selector right here, swiper, my swiper, and also swiper wrapper. So copy this, and here we have the div element right here. So here is it. You see, when I save and refresh, here we have, right? That's it. Now what we are going to do is, over here we have the class swiper slide. So copy this class name right here, and then as you can see here, paste for every div element having a class name food content underscore box right here. So copy and paste right here. Here we have another div element right here. So paste right here, swiper slide, and also here we have another div element having class name food content box. So paste right here this class name right here, And again, here we have another class name, food content underscore box. So swiper slide, copy this. Oh yeah, here is it. The major aim is to add this pagination right here. So to do this over here, we have pagination, swiper pagination. So copy this development, have a class name, swiper pagination, and then come over here below, over here I think, yeah, outside of the development, swiper slide, and over here paste right here. So when I save and refresh, here we have. Now the only thing left is to add a JavaScript code, a swiper JavaScript code right here. So when I scroll down right here, we have a JavaScript code. So copy this, and then come over here, we have app.js right here, and paste this code right here. Here we have, as you can see here is it. Now when I save and refresh the web page, here we have, you see, a nice pagination. That's it. Oh yeah, now here you have our popular dish. And now over here, let me add padding bottom. So padding bottom, let me say 10 pixel. After that, when I save and refresh the web page, here is it. You see, that's it. So now what we are going to do is we are going to style this section heading right here. So here we have an extra element, have a class name. We use this class name in the future. So we are going to add this class name in reusable style, right? So section heading, text align center, padding top 20 pixel, margin bottom to rim, padding bottom 20 pixel, font size 2.5 rim, color gray. Here we have. Now let me style this in different way. So to do this, we have a span element. This content is nested inside the span element right here. So here we have a section heading, and here we have span element selector. Then now color, we use main color. It's better to use main color right here. Yeah, here is it, right? That's it. So now, as you can see here is the official website. So now, you see, now we are going to add this bar right here. So to do this, we use section heading and before, right? Here we have before, and then content empty, then position absolute. If the position for this absolute, the position for this should be relative, right? Yeah. And top, let's say top, bottom, instead of top, bottom, minus 10 pixel, left 50%, transform, translate in the X direction by minus 50%, and background, main color with 120 pixel, and height 5 pixels. So when I save and refresh, here we have, as you can see here, we have more space right here. So now you see we have more white space. So to avoid the space in between the food section and the service section, we have this service section class selector right here. So using this class selector, come over here. Here we have a service style, so service section right here. Then we are going to add min height auto. Yeah, you see, when I save and refresh the web page, here we have, right? Oh yeah, we have just completed the food section or the ordering section. You see, it has a nice pagination. Yeah, that's it. Now, in the coming section, in the coming episode, we are going to create this about us section right here. Here we have an about us section. So to do this, as always, we are going to create a section element over here. Having a class name, let's say about section and an ID value, we have an ID about. Inside this, we need to have the left side, the image, and the right side, the text. So first, we are going to have an h1, an h3 element, having a class name, section heading. As you can see here, this section heading class name is a reusable class, right? So after that, like I said before, we have two parts, the left part and the right side, the left side and the right side. So here we have a div element which is nested inside this section element, which is about container. Inside this about container, inside this div element have a class name about container, we need to have two div elements. The first div element is contains the image, and the second div element is contains elements, which is the text element right here. So we have about image class name, and inside this we are going to nest an image element, and then we have a div element have a class name about content. Inside this we have an h3 element, an h2 element. Inside this we have different span elements right here. And again, paragraph elements. Again, we have a call to action button. Having a reusable class name, we have template btn and btn food, btn ghost. Yeah. So I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to add it offline, right? Yeah, this is the text right here. And here we have the image. You see, this is not an H2, rather it's H3. This development is not necessary, so it is better to remove. Yeah, here is it. So it's template btn and btn full class selector. It is a reusable class name. And now we are going to surround this text inside this span element. That's it. So when I save and refresh the web page, here we have. Let me add over here. Yeah, remove this. So when I save and refresh, here we have, right? Yeah, as you can see here, this image is very, very large. So over here, we have this class selector about container. So using this class selector about container, let me add some property value pair. Here we have display flex, line items. Wow, what makes, so it's better to copy this property value pair is the same, and paste right here. So when I save and refresh, the image is still big. So what we are going to do is, using this class selector about image, let me add some property value here. Flex 1 1, and here we have flex 25 frame. Copy this again and paste right here. First width for the image, let me say 100%, right? Yeah. After that, when I save and refresh, here we have, right? Now copy this, and using this class selector right here about content, so change this about image by about content, and now change the flex right here, flex 1143. After that, when I save and refresh the web page, here we have, right? That's it. So now gap, let me add a gap in between these two content, gap to rem. When I save and refresh the web page, here we have. So now let me style this welcome to our restaurant text right here, and also rare food, rare cooking, best served dishes with fresh ingredients and all recipes in different way. So to do this, we have an H3 element right here. About content, and which is found inside about content, which is found inside the div element, having a class name about content, and for this font size 1.5 frame and line height, let me say 1.5 frame again. Color, let me use this shared text color. So when I save and refresh, here is it. So now let me style an H3 element, the text which is found inside this H3 element, which is nested inside this span element right here. You see? In different ways. So color, we are going to change the color for this text bar. It's better to use main color. Yeah. Save and refresh the web page. Here we have. Now we are going to style this text which is found inside an H2 element. So to do this, first copy this. You see here we have an H2 element right here, and paste right here and change H3 by H2. To rem font size and line height 2.5 frame, padding top 10 pixel. After that, when I save and refresh, here we have. Now let me style the text which is found inside H3 element, which is surrounded by a span element in different way. So to do this, copy this and paste right here, and now change this H3 by H2. The color is similar, the text color is similar. So when I save and refresh, here we have, right? Now let me style this paragraph. So here we have a paragraph element selector using descendant selector right here. Let me add some property value here right here. We have line height 1.5 rem, padding bottom 50 pixel, padding top 10 pixel, and color we have a text color. Let's change the padding bottom into 3 rem to make it responsible for any device, right? So padding top again 1 rem. When I save and refresh, here we have a nice about us section. So here is it. Now over here, let me add padding top 20 pixel. Here is it, right? That's it. After that, we are going to create a reservation section right here. So to do this, again, we are going to create a section element right here. Let's say a class name for this reservation. You can assign any name as you want. The choice is up to you, right? And then inside this section element, we are going to create a container element right here. Reserve container. Inside this div element have a class name. Let me create another div element. Let me say offer container. Here we have the official website right here. So we have 3 sections right here. We have the event section. So inside this offer container, we have an h2 and paragraph and also call to action button. So what we are going to do is copy this. We have an anchor element having a text, having class name, which is a reusable class name, template btn and btn foot. So what we are going to do is copy this and paste right here, or let me create by ourselves. So offer container, right? Offer container. Here we have a div elements having the same class name offer container, right? Then copy and paste right here. So from here we have 3 sections: opening hour and finding table as well as event, right? So to do this we have an h2 paragraph. We have an h3, rather it's an h3, right? And paragraph again. So copy this and paste right here. We need another h3 element and paragraph element. So it is for the second container. It is not for the third container, right? So let me remove this. It's not necessary. And we have an h3. So now I'm not going to waste your time. It's better to add it offline, right? So here we have the text right here, and you see here we have paragraph, here we have an h2, here we have an h3 element, and many more, right? So when I save and refresh the web page, here is it, right? So now this is the HTML part for this reservation section. So what we are going to do is we are going to add a nice background image having a linear gradient, which is fixed, right? So now we have a linear gradient right here, and we have background attachment fixed, background repeat, no repeat, and background position center. As you can see here we have a background image and having a linear gradient. Here we have the image path right here, which is found inside the img, which is found, this img folder is found inside the css folder. You see, here we have. So here we have the image URL, which is the destination or the directory of the image, right? So when I save and refresh, here we have a nice image having a linear gradient, and also it is fixed, right? It's not movable, right? Since we said that background attachment fixed, right? That's it. So now using this class selector reservation container, before that let me comment out this. For the time being, it's better to comment out this. You see, to see more clearly, right? And using this class name reserve container display flex justify content space between align items center. Here is it. Yeah, yep, right. After that, using this class name right here offer container, we have three development having the same class name offer container. For this container, we have flex right here 1130 read. Yeah, you are right. And now let me style this h2 element right here. So font size 2.5 rem, color we have theme secondary and line height. Here is it, right? Yeah. Now let me style this. We have paragraph right here. Here we have paragraph, here we have paragraph, which is found inside the offer container. So font weight bold normal, we say normal, color we have secondary text color, and save and refresh. You see this has white color, right? So now over here again, let me style this h3 element. Font size 1.5 rem, color we have to primary, line height to rem. So when I save and refresh, yup, you heard right. So now over here, let me remove the comment right here and refresh the web page. Yup, you heard right. It's amazing, right? So now over here, the background image is very large. So this section element covers many space. So to avoid this, over here we are going to add another CSS property, min height auto. That's it. So when I save and refresh the web page again, here we have a nice reservation section. That's it. Now in the next episode, we are going to make this web page responsible for any device. After that, in the coming episode, we are going to create another about us section, blog section, price section, and contact section for this food ordering website. That's it. For the time being, I'm signing out.